Welcome to Hanson Sean's A Separate Piece written by John Knowles, and today we're going to go ahead and talk about chapters 1 to 8. And let's get this started with. Firstly, this book is about this guy, technically 15 years old, named Gene. At the start of the book, he's, I'm assuming, 30 years old, or 31, doesn't clarify on that, and it says that he just went to go ahead and visit his old school. Afterwards, 15 years after he graduated from that school, he went ahead and decided to go back to see what it was like. When he came back, of course, it was a little bit different and everything. However, the marble staircase that he remembers was still there, as well as the tree which he kept on jumping from with his friend, Finney, from all those years ago. And then it goes on flashbacks back to then, except it's just memories. It's like a dream, but he's just remembering things. Speaking of which, we go ahead and fast backwards 15 years earlier, back to 1942. So if he was 16 then, according to the book, he was 16 then right now that would be like 1967 or 68. And with that, we go ahead back to the school during World War II, this boarding school itself, too. Now, Gene himself went ahead and decided to go do his academics well. He's a really good intelligent student, and he's pretty good in academics. The one problem that he's not that good at is athletics. Of course, he's very competitive. No wonder he gets all these achievements. However, he has this roommate called Finney. Technically, his name's Phineas, but they call him Finney. With that, Finney himself goes ahead and he's really great at sports. He's great at athleticism, but however, he hates competition. He doesn't care if he's number 1 or if he's number 10 or if he's number last infinity. Well, with that, you can go ahead and realize that if there's someone who you want to go ahead and, well, do something well in, you gotta ask Finney. Now, Finney himself is a really great athlete, as I just mentioned. However, as I just mentioned, the part where he doesn't like being first place, he doesn't care if he's first place or not. The reason is he doesn't want to make a fuss. At least that's what I assume. He just says that he doesn't want all this fuss, he doesn't want all these media things, and to this day, I kind of don't understand that as well. However, neither does Gene, so win-win. And so the summer rolls on, and in this summer camp with the substitute headmaster, I'm using the word from the book itself here, we just go ahead and figure out that this substitute headmaster does not know all the rules, so of course the boys take advantage of it. When the headmaster actually comes back during the school year, he's all like, how dare you boys go ahead and take advantage of that, of the situation. And with all this, you can go ahead and figure out that they're all in big trouble. However, he doesn't know that they've been doing things like Blitzball, which is an invention of Finney's, the sports game that Finney himself has created, as well as a bunch of other things. Apparently, they also did poker and, I'm guessing, gambling rooms inside their dorms. At least now the headmaster and dormitory officer goes ahead and checks everyone out, and they've cleaned it up before that happened. But okay. Afterwards, John Knowles, the author of the book, went ahead and made Gene and Finney do something pretty incredibly dangerous, which includes, well, going ahead, climbing on the tree. Now, they've done this a while, and they've done this the whole summer, jumping off of it into the river. However, this time Gene bends his legs, which makes the branch that they're sitting on wobble, and which makes Gene lose his balance, and he falls down and breaks his leg. And Gene follows him, but he doesn't break his leg. He's horrified by what he has done, and Gene himself thinks that he's a terrible friend right now. He gets Finney into the hospital room, into the school hospital, and they go ahead and try to do something to save them. And of course, everyone's all like, will he be able to walk again? Will he be able to do sports again? And then the nurse said, well, he can walk, all right, if this succeeds. But, and then Gene goes ahead and asks what? Well, the nurse says she says that Finney's sports days are over. And of course, Gene feels bad about it because sports is everything to Finney, even though he doesn't care about the competition at all. With all this that happening, he can just go ahead and find out that all of this wouldn't really happen. This separate piece, according to the blurb on the back, literally says that World War II, one summer, like the war itself, banishes the innocence of these boys in the world. And right now, I'm pretty sure that happened too. The innocence is gone, alright. Everyone's all like, hey, so it's kind of sad that I can't do this anymore. At least now he has time to study and actually get the chance to get an A. But, there's always a but. Gene himself kind of feels bad about it, so I'm not sure how this doesn't take a toll on his grades, but it somehow just works well on him too. He goes ahead and feels so bad that he confesses to Finney that he's done it, and then Finney's like, you're joking, and Gene's like, nah, I'm not joking at all. With that in mind, and with that tone in mind too, Finney and Gene kind of have a fight, but then Finney says, yeah, I don't really believe you. Gene says, yeah, maybe it's just because of the train. I'm not making much sense today, am I? No, you're not. Alright, see you at school. And of course, that happens. And then, of course, there's this guy who tried to enlist in the military. And then Gene had decided to also enroll in the military. And another person did that too. So they go ahead. But then Finney comes back to the school. After even saying that, hey, so you're not going to let anyone else take my spot as your roommate, right? No. And with that, that's that. That's chapters 1 to 8 of A Separate Piece, the classic American novel, in 6 minutes. So I really hope you guys actually did enjoy this episode. I hope to see you guys in the next one. And so, until next time, out. Peace. Bye-bye.